Oh man, nobody's on today. Here's my usual bots. There's nobody on. Oh man. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 4:50. I've already been live for 6 minutes and nobody's on. Hey Ashes, what's up? I wasn't sure anybody was gonna be on today. Nah, that's all good. I never give people enough warning right before I go live. Although you would think that my 45 to a minute to an hour warning would be enough. Is my microphone sounding okay? I moved it. Okay, I moved it because from where it was sitting, I realized when I was listening to playback, I could hear all the clickety clickety clack of the keyboards and the click 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 of the mouse. I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying. So I wanted to move it and see if that helped any. And you could hear it whenever I set my phone down. Sensitive microphone. Sensitive. I don't know why this thing is rated so lowly. It's such a great microphone. It's an expensive microphone. I'm still paying this sucker off. It does. It picks up very well. I need to get a noise reducer. So we'll see how this stream goes today. My stomach's starting to hurt. It didn't like lunch. Yeah, apparently lunch was a little too greasy for me. You know, you would think that it would be fine. I had chicken tenders. Excuse me my noise for a second. I'm trying to be a responsible adult and recycle. So, excuse me my noise for a second. It was starting to bug me. There we go. Yeah, it's normally a really safe food for me, but for some reason, not this afternoon. I think it's because I think it's because my stomach gets used to something. And I have to switch out every now and then. Like, not switch out the food itself, but I have to switch out the brands. You'd think it'd be even more safe because I air fried it. Yeah, that's probably it. I'm really hoping to eventually get affiliate so I can start getting everybody better cameras and everything for when we start doing D&D. I extended the deadline for the pictures until the 28th because a lot of people are having issues right now. Like, one of our players has a really bad migraine. Like, to the point where it's making her vision blurry. And another one wants to wait until she can do her hair. The problem with working with females sometimes. They want to look pretty. And then there was a tragedy that happened in a family, so... Yeah. Well, there's also the tragedy in a family. Yeah, so... that's another reason why. So March is turning out not to be such a great time of the year for people right now. Thinking of which, I can't see very well out of my right eye today. And I keep forgetting to grab my glasses. Yeah, definitely all the good vibes, all the good intentions their way. Yeah. Oh, sometimes it gives me a headache to wear them, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it gives me a headache not to wear them. It's like my eyes don't want to. It's like my eyes don't know what it wants. There we go. I can see out of my eye a little bit better now. Alright, you guys ready to see what happened to Sylvan? Sylvan took a fantasia. Are you guys ready to see what happened to him? And... Sylvan. What happened to Sylvan? Bless. You have been blessed by the masculine bunny boy. You have been blessed by the masculine bunny boy. I got told I know how to make the bunny boys look really masculine in comparison to other people's bunny boys. Other people's bunny boys just look really effeminate and mine look masculine. Although his gloves didn't change. Did I forget to change his gloves? Alright, let's see how long the wait is. Yeah, I wish it was that easy too. You could just swap genders every other day, whenever you feel like it. Yeah. I like making my bunny boys look masculine. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So we gotta go to Revenant's Toll and speak with Arena about the weaponsmith the legend. So last time we played, we ended up beating A Realm Reborn main. And now we're on to post Realm Reborn content. wonder if you're still out here. Yep, you're still out here. It's Alice. No, my stream didn't cut out. Oh, that's Twitch on the tablet sucks. Let's see. Yeah, I like that one. You're so small. There goes Doggo. I need to make a emote that's just a barking dog. Like literally, she's like up to my shoulder. And rabbits aren't that big. I'm seeing somebody misspell sage and it's kind of bothering me a little bit. No? 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 Say hi. Say hi. Here you go. Did you good girl? Yeah, she wasn't happy with me. I picked her up to say hi. So she was like, "Mm." Yeah, I'm max height Vieira. Well, that didn't look right at first. Alright, I think it's time to head back to the Waking Sands. Pray return to the Waking Sands. I need new glasses already. It's my response to most things. Do you like the feathers in the hair? I love the feathers in the hair. I know you have had scarce a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there is still work to do. The Ultima weapon's destruction, it would seem, has served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amaja in exile and the kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but the half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something? Ahem. Basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. The previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began holding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the Ultima weapon's maiden appearance. You'll remember that as the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more, to thee. The etheric waves that were observed in Mordona do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Yet much and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primal than you. Will you undertake this mission, Sylvan? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. I want that Starbucks cup that I showed you that has the name and everything on it. Go ahead, Thancred. Ahem. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Sylvan. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures had left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow scions. But instead I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties soon. I drink a lot of cold stuff, so I really want that one. Thingrid's return marks the beginning of a new chapter of the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Urian J has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. Sylvan? It pleases me to see you well. Do excuse the for me from interrupting, Sylvan. My lady, the gentleman from Ashkana Exports has just left. I never know why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tattoo. Please inform the gods that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. The little heartbreaker. Ever since we defeated Gaius Benvelsa and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world has followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. While once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tattoo spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain surprise, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Science of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interest of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage can empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldesian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. Yet my urge to share my dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. I do love me some Aizawa. I do love me some Aizawa. So that's not exactly a surprise. Thankred's finally in here. Thankred looks tired. Fortune begets power, and power begets fortune. Not we, and especially you, have powers beyond a doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees of Alamiga could be liberated if only the Signs would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Sylvan. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Recall you our meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Lamensin sent word of the summoning of the Titan. Then mayhap you recall my words to our host. I said that unto Melweb that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Laminsons to distort the facts to fit the narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Ease. He loves his kitty cats. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papa Limo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandoned their principles nice, you know? Such knowledge I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beastman, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. Despair doth begin with the Amalja, who have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thinker now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. 'Tis a lot of power that contracts the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power prefer aid with one hand whilst the other resetteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. The sacred challenge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few and our fortunes so finite. None can deny that we could benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I lost count of the amount of times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances will not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters, mind you. If we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Udar now, and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Confirmation has just arrived from the immortal flames. 'Tis as Urian just said, I fear. The Immortal have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldesian insisted I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun for everyone's sake, I must sit this on out. Instead, I'll focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now, the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Memphilea's word, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Friend to the dawn, hear my plea. Tidings most ominous arrive from Gridania. A primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the eldritch spirit witness. I'm gonna blah 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 my way through this. I like that. If it bleeds, we can kill it. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, and though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion, mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Sylvan. Alphina, Sylvan, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it. Minfilia, the scions of the seventh dawn must leave Uldar. We must do what? So long as we remain within Uldan territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vespa Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that they are the reason Vespa Bay still lacks an aetheryte. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied to us unless we cooperate. If Uldar is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that appearance of neutrality is important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place which all agree is beyond their borders. Mordona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Uldar and her people over the years, but truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself have observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Uldar is our home, Alphino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I only ask that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the signs of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alphina. I'm sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the order, after all. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. Give me the money. The VOD, has it truly come to this? He is engaged in some business or other that requires your assistance. Pray you be on your way. Alphina waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have his answer in due time. I skipped something. Confounded, she knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Mephilea's mother, well, adopted mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flahimin was her name. Though you may better know her as the songstress of Udar, she was a performer of a singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with great shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia too. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flehemin's absence stretched for months and years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flehemin is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliad, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart may be assuaged. I mean to set forth to Lenosha at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Jijiruju at the veracity of these rumors. Yep. I need caffeine. I need caffeine. I have not had caffeine today. I wish I liked coffee. I really do. I just don't. Ugh. I need to add something to my shopping list. Sorry. I'm not meaning to do that for a second. Realizing I'm close to being out of my caffeine. So I needed to add some wild cherry Pepsi. Lots and lots of wild cherry Pepsi. Yeah, I should probably drink the diet kind, but Alright, thank you. Time to get me some Pepsi.
Did that startle the baby?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, true. I'm close to it though. Oh, that's cold. Are you being nosy? She walks away like, no. Yeah, this is really cold. I was a little startled there when I touched the can. I was like, oh. That cracks. Yeah. I have a special cup I like to use. It's a butterbeer cup. Yeah. There's this place called the Garbled Owl that sells off-brand butterbeer at Ren fairs. It's a simple plastic stein. Oh man. One of my favorite things to do with the I have some of the butterbeer thing that they sell. And what I like to do with it is I like to make floats with it. It tastes really good with vanilla ice cream. You could probably have a little bit if you had the sugar-free ice cream. It's basically butterscotch cream soda. Oh, hold on, let me put it in the chat. Wrong chat. The name of the brand is the Flying Cauldron. And I realized I just misspelled flying as F thing. It's really not all that sweet at all. You'd think it'd be sweet, but it's not. Oh, I have to keep moving around. I need more than one screen. I need a gamer setup. Yeah, right now I'm just using my TV monitor. My TV. So it's nice and big, but it's still not really enough. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Makote muse. Why have you forsaken me? Titan's bane, I mean Sylvan. What brings you to my humble resort? Flehemin, you mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Oda? Egads, man, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her. Ooh, yucky. Ooh, yucky. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade with the riffraff off to the west, wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Mr. Gege Ruju. Your information will serve us well. He wanted to tie her to her bedpost. That's creepy. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any of the witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I'd most appreciate if you travel to Wineport and do the same. Much creep. Well, if it isn't Sylvan, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold. To give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she's your quarry, why not consult with the blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. That would be Shamani. Right? That's not who. There you are. Eh, you want to know if I've seen a Makote lass by the name of Flahamin? I wish I haven't seen a lass of any description for too bloody long. All the dudes in this game are so thirsty. Why are they all so thirsty? I see you've had many great adventures since last we spoke, Sylvan. You must share them with me sometime. A girl from a little while ago, one does not forget the perfume like that, so robust, intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar, reminiscent of the bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my prowess of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south to Raincatcher Gully, and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers, which grow in the shade of the cliff, have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Okie dokie. Can't see shit at night. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize that my activities around had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. The oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and Flahamin? I don't. Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found a woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The song is just over Vodal, I presume. Minfilia, or I should say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia! You're the very picture of health, my lady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is why. Not everyone who desires to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me more than you know, but tell me, sojourns into the force of Lenosha aside, when exactly will the right time be? When I deem it so, do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have what we've come for, might we continue the conversation so for like how Wineport say? I'm so tall now, and I'm still so short. Welcome back. I love the music that this horsey plays. Dive bomb, dive bomb, dive bomb. Nyom. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. You say my daughter awaits in thirst for Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Well, at least I don't have to spend the money to go all the way here. Right? Antecedent, you have a guest. Lahamin. Assyria. I haven't seen her like this in years, Sylvan. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? It's her mom! You nasty. The Imperials came for me as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay away from you as far from you as long as I could. Not really. Lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause, I can think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue what you did, achieving things I would never imagine possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Assylia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celestia perfume, you remembered. How could I forget you wore it all the time? If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. They've been saying that it's her mom from, like, the beginning of this whole thing. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Sylvan, however. I could not have made it without him. Thank you, Sylvan. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All those years you've kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Radar. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. She's an adopted mother. It was Lamina who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I failed to grasp the implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. At Cat's Eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. Only if you're creepy. So I gave it to Lehemin as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Celia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. Like I said, only crazy. It's only blurry to crazy. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I have failed and made me so proud that the words failed me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become and all the things that you have done, I cannot help but to think of that which you have yet to do and of what it may entail. Celia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Udar. Lahamin. You built it once, Celia. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vespa Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you propose. Much work lies ahead. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the suits about Dersham. Preparations begin at once. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is much to be done and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original camp Revenant's Toll would never have been established, much less for its heavily fortified successor. However, the construction is still ongoing, and resources in short supply. It seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for the support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Really, Atheno, if I need concern myself with anything, surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit to you instead to concern yourself with a different matter namely to whom the resolution of such matters might be best entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild of Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, Anicia. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Science of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it would please you, I would do so. It does. So, unless I'm mistaken, you are the one known as Sylvan, are you not? May I say it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Slathborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a guardian castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and few still survive. You shall always be welcome in Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Seven. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have travelled so far, and there is already much you have done for us and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Apparently, I enjoy reading. Ah, Seven, were you able to get some rest? I would ask that you come with me to the Solar. Alphino has just returned and it would seem that there is something he would share with us. I like that they showed me actually, like, resting for once. You're here, good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded, and our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in ongoing defense and development of the Revenant's Toll. The Science of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, truth be told. I cannot deny that I have come to look forward to Tatu's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones, passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectations of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Robon included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that's right, Antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst-kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity and proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the signs of the Seventh Dawn stand for. While obvious risk apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people are going to know who saved them. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, But in doing so, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one and at once to all. And what of us, we who have felled primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them as we have time and time again, united as one. There must be some way I can wait. That area used to be rich in minerals. Maybe I could ask Flahaman to teach me the basics of mining too. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphinaud, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly a sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. Berries and cherries. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaffborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Sylvan. Oh, my nose is runny. Allergy day. Because the weather's nice. Oh goody, I'm not gonna be able to see you for shit. So what's everybody doing for dinner today? We're gonna have enchiladas sometime this week, I know that much. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, my mama makes the best enchiladas. I'll have to send you the recipe sometime. I like mine with extra cheese. All the cheese. I should check to see how much cheese I bought. Yeah, my mom can be a little stingy with cheese sometimes. It's a little sad. I'm not gonna be able to see for shit. I think my glasses need clean too. I still can't see out of my right eye very well. My dad thinks that the reason why I can't see very well on my right eye right now is because I might have slept on it weird. I might have slipped on that side of my face a little weird. Wait, is that person's name Poopy? Or Poppy? I'm gonna blah 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 my way through this. I'm unlocking something. It was Poppy. Okay, that's not what I wanted. What I wanted was this one. I wanted the Ifrit one. Screw it. I want to unlock Ifrit. Why do you have to restart the game, Alice? Oh, the Ifrit bleeds. I see you. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. kind of want to do this one. If it ain't broken. I like the if it bleeds. I want to see a flying sparkle butt. Oh no, sparkle butt's stuck inside little Alamigo. That's a thing. Gotta get right up in this thing's gooch. Need to turn this down for myself. Let's see if I can run it by myself. I beat that one in 50 seconds. Let's see. Let's see what the grimoire looks like. Lockhart, Dryad King, Longstock, Feathered Dot, Unbreakable Knuckles, Maker Wand. Ifrit's Rapier, Trigon. Oh, that's cool. This is the Red Mage version. Yeah, I got dressed. Kind of like Ifrit's grimoire. Let's see. Now that we've done that, let's hit Ordona. I really want to learn Red Mage because Red Mage seems fun, but I struggle with it. I was told to expect a sign, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Sylvan. You have something for me, yes? Let's see here now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just have you work a dozen men. Do the work of a dozen men. I jest. Full calf. Back to the work of a dozen men, I see, but I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'll be keen to look around this Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern, where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of the fortunes to be had around about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you the round. Is that you, Sylvan? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania. It would appear our aid is required at once. You must report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite alright, friend? I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it appears this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all the necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to more pressing matters. Red Mage is a lot of fun unless unless it's not fun. Just let me know if you need to run Ifrit hard, Alice. I'll run it with you. Or if you need to run any of them hard, I'll run it with you. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mardona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face when he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could be that the Ixla have summoned Garuda again, or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted in the shroud. Or whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Sylvan. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talent will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one not quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to the ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I'd hoped the Muggles guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, the disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Heloy. He awaiteth thee at Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Sylvan. Ida and Papalima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Is this what I think this is? Good lord, I'm tired. Need more of that caffeine. Give me that caffeine. A pleasure to see you as always, Sylvan. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Not long ago, the Mughal Kublai visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seed Seer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelves would if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Selves, and we would have you reprise your role again with dealing with the Mughals. The rest you should hear from Kublai himself. He awaits you within the Elder Seed Seer's Lotus Stand. Floating bun, yeah. Whenever he teleports, floating bun. The other scions have arrived already, so may I show you in? Oh, cold. This area is so pretty. Imagine this being your office.
Please, you have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Mughals, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle no. Firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no.
Calm yourself, Kublai Khan. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful that I that you have come, Sylvan, and upon short notice, truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kublai has brought to us news of most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Mogomog the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. Kublai here would have me believe the former.
Once upon a time, we Mughals served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, with literally endless supply of wine, Kupo.
The Mughals like getting trashed.
In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mogomog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time has come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Mogomog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do. Kupo, he had the rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mogomog the 12th. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mugglekind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand. That being the reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mog the 12th is a myth manifest being means of those akin to employing the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Muggles a with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take such drastic measure? Might that not be itself the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought to the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you, who braved those tempests and survived them by virtue of your own strength, the latest period of peace would doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared by only another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Muggles Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their beloved ones, and the homes come what may. I assure you, the Muggles Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mog the 12th, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Koopa, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the selves who summoned Ramu, you mean? Hiccup. We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Muggles in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat to not only the Moogle kind, but to Gradania as a whole. Thus we beseech you, Sylvan, confront good King Muggle the 12th, and drive him from our midst. Humbly I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Muggles Guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother E. Sumiyan and the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Itch. Itch, 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 itch. So I have to go fight a bunch of Muggles. Welcome, Sylvan. Welcome that you should be the one to face good King Mog the 12th is of great comfort to me and the elementals both. As I am sure you know, the Muggles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet, should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus it does behoove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. You have selected regicide. The wards bearing the access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted king's keystones, the self-same employed 5 years ago when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was a great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who held the keystones, for none were in possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kublai Khan confided to me that he had been entrusted with the set of keystones by the Mughals guard themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry through the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to corrupting influence of our liege lord. We must needs have Kublai Khan's keystone, Sylvan. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you in the West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. That was funny. You have selected regicide. I know I need to go. So, how are you do, Koopa? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there's truly no other way, I'll do it, Koopa. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Don't you dare lie to me, Koopa. I know what you're planning and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Koopa. The king will never be satisfied no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Vieira? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Koopa. Traitor to the Kinsmoogle. He plots treason against the crown. Enough, Kublai Khan will answer for his crime soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Mugglemong the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Koopa. The king is planning to purge 12 woods of his enemy, Koopa. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the war, but be warned, the Mughals Guard have set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. This is gonna take a while because I have to wait on a little floating Kupo. Will do. Oh, goody, it's getting foggy. We're here, Koopa. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Koopa? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus. Like when you attune to an aetherite, Koopa. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Koopa. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came.
Oh. So they don't have normal Thorn March anymore. Well, it's been about 2 hours. And I think I'm gonna call it here tonight. Thank you everyone for stopping out and watching. It means a lot to me. And I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, okay? Bye.